So, we're all geared up. We're enthusiastic about the competition, but our watchword is back where what I said earlier. It is making sure the warfighter gets what's best, not what's lowest cost, not what's lowest price, but rather best value, so that the warfighter doesn't get a modern version of a 1950s tanker, but rather gets a modern version of a modern aircraft with the kind of capacities that are critical. Because you got a large airplane, very capable, very efficient aircraft, a superb tanker. That can be validated by virtue of the fact that in every competition since this tanker was offered, we have beaten the Boeing offering internationally. In the United Kingdom, in Australia, in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, we've won hands down, I should say. So, the notion of value is critically important. And what I started to say was, it's not only a great tanker, but you got a big airplane that can fly globally. It ought to not only be able to carry a lot of gas, it ought to be able to carry people, it ought to be able to do medevac, it ought to be able to serve as a transport. And we have a unique, I think, a really unique advantage, because in our aircraft, all of the fuel that's required for the tanker mission is carried in the tanks of the aircraft as it currently exists. That leaves the whole upper deck and lower deck available for other transport requirements. Boeing's, on the other hand, at least the aircraft they offered the last time, puts auxiliary fuel tanks in the aircraft, which take up some of that space, which reduces their flexibility. So what we're looking for is, again, in support of our prime, the opportunity to compete on a best value basis. Economically, we bring about 48,000 jobs. That's our estimate with this production. We will have a facility designed and ready to go in Mobile, Alabama, where the aircraft will be, on our side, the aircraft will be assembled. On the other side of the facility, Northrop Grumman will militarize the system. And we believe, because we're delivering aircraft already to Australia, our lead customer, we think we have a much more mature and high confidence product.